is a new day. Pull your bridges up and tie your shoelace. Don't worry about them haters, send them bouquets. Get that dough in a few
Everybody's
ways.
Alvin Brown, CEO and founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance. And I'm an integrated peak performance consultant and advisor. In that role, what I've been doing for the last 20 plus years is I've been helping my clients, my private clients, move from mediocrity to their own personal greatness. I've been helping them move from a dream to reality. Some of them have gone on to become doctors. Some have gone on to become hockey players in the NHL, gone on to run their own businesses, professional fitness athletes, and so on. And that's what I want to do with this platform. I want to use the leverage of the internet and reaching so many, and do the same thing for you. I'm also the author of Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul. It's a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery. It's available at all your major bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, and in Canada, chapters need to go online. All right, so this is Soulful Saturday. What we do, if in case it's your first time, I'm gonna have to drop this down, because if your first time joining me, I owe it to you to tell you. This is what I do: 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday's Monday Mindset, a little checkup from the neck up, some tips, some strategies, some mental, emotional balance, how to take your game to that next level on the mental level. And Wednesday, Hump Day Hustle. It's all about the temple, the body, running it right. I talk about structure, I talk about function, nutrition. How do you get this thing running right, running tight, and get you to that end goal? Because if your body's not running, you can have all the dreams you want, but if you're broken, you just can't get there. And today's Soulful Saturday is about the soul, being authentic to who you really are, feeling abundant, like you deserve all the goodness that's coming to you. And it's also about building relationships and maintaining them. So when you get to that finish line, you get there with the people that matter most. So that's what it's all about, mind, body, and soul. All right, today I want to touch on a couple of videos I did this week on my social media. And if you're not joining me on there, check me out on social media. Instagram, it's Alvin B. Brown, or Journey to Personal Greatness. Facebook, check us our page, Journey to Personal Greatness page. And Twitter, look for Self Mastery. So anyways, this week, what we've been talking about is the idea of courage. Because I've noticed that if you want to really tap into who you really are, and just finally when your days come, when all our days come, nobody gets out of this thing alive. When our days come, we want to know that we lived out the music that's in us, that special gift that made us who we are, our signature. But that takes a ton of courage. And that's why I love talking about that word. I talk about it a lot, about being courageous and being relentless, because it does take a lot of courage. But you got to start making a decision about what's more important to you. Is it more important that you put your dream on hold to not face some haters? Is it more important to you that you put your dream on hold because of old limited beliefs? Or do you want to, this week I talk about being curious, transferring that energy, which I'll show a video in a second about how do you turn the energy, transduce the energy of fear into curiosity. And I found that pretty profound. And so I want to touch on that. And the next thing I want to touch on is, what are you going to do to push through to that next level, and so you can live out your best life? And the last one I touched on this week was about the things I learned from boxing. Because the thing about boxing for me, it wasn't so much getting in there and beating anybody up and being a tough guy. It was about getting over my fear of altercations. I used to be around people who loved doing it, and I wondered how they could. So I thought, let me challenge myself. I hate having a fear, so let me challenge myself. And I pushed myself, because every time I stepped up those steps and into that ring, and I turned around and I faced my corner men, and they gave me the advice, and I turned back, and everybody left the ring. It's just me and that guy across the way. And I know one of us got to leave, either winning or standing up or whatever it might be, but someone's got to leave. And that's the same thing I do when I open my business every single day. It's not, people think when you open a business easy. It is not easy. It takes a lot of struggles, a lot of lean days before you even get to that finish line where you're sitting pretty, driving a nice car, living a nice home. And then it doesn't stop. I speak with a lot of entrepreneurs. I hang out with a lot of entrepreneurs, and it is not an easy game. You know, it's not what we see, the sexy stuff. The 90% of it is just a pure hustle. The 10% that we see on TV, that's all it is, 10% of that. But it's not about the money. It's not about the trappings. It's about living out your dream and seeing what you brought in your mind, seeing it out in the world, and people are using it, and it's helping people. That's what entrepreneurship for me is all about. It's about moving from nothing. Nothing existed But when I came to this world, my signature has been put out and it's helping to change the world and change people's lives. So that's the true meaning of entrepreneurship. It's about finding a need and filling it. So anyways, this week is about courage. And I want to give you these 3 videos that I did this week on Instagram. And again, follow me. I'm going to be touching on topics throughout the week, themes throughout the week, and then I'm going to feature them here. So that's it this week. Being courageous. Tap into your courage. Don't be afraid of the limited beliefs. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Turn fear into curiosity and go see what you can do. Go see what your potential is. And this group is here. This whole community that we're building here is here to do just that, to support you through that. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate you supporting me. We hit 300, and I'm loving that. I'm here to support you all the way. Check out the 3 videos that we got coming up, and I'll see you in a minute. Rise and shine. It's a fresh new week. Let's get it started. All right. So check it out. This past weekend here, I went to a dance recital. I've been going to dance recitals for 30 years now. And this is the first year, I got to tell you, that I've seen so many people that are adults, older, alumni, that have come back and hit the stage and started dancing. And it made me think about this. And this week I'm going to challenge you. This is Courage Week. Let's call it Courage Week. This is the week to push your borders and to stretch yourself. Because what I realized that aging and being tired and being fatigued is between the ears. It's between the ears. You can push on and you can push through and push yourself to that next level, but it's got to be between the ears. So can you shift your paradigms, shift your mindset away from I'm getting old, I'm getting tired, and let's push ourselves this week, all right? Peace and love. Everybody rise and shine. All right, so check it out. This week we were talking about courage. It's a Courage Week, pushing through. Now I was just thinking about this for a second. What if we transduce that energy of fear into courage by being curious? Here's what I mean. Curiosity. What if you're curious to see how far you could push yourself? What if you're curious to see what's behind the fear that you have of doing something? What if you made that phone call? What if you pushed yourself through to that next level, that little barrier? What if you asked for the sale? What if you asked for the relationship? What if you take a chance and do something? I want you to be curious about what would happen. How far can you go? What's your potential? Have you ever pushed your potential? We can never reach it, but have you ever pushed it? So that's what I'm going to ask you this week. Be curious about where you could go and how far you could, what you could get, and how much abundance you can have. All right? Peace and love. Everybody, what's going on? It's Friday, and here's my last input on courage. Here's what I loved about my days in the amateur boxing. It taught me so much about life. With courage, sometimes you gotta cut off all other options. Here's the deal. Every time I walked up those steps and I got into the ring and I turned and got my advice from my corner people and the bell's about to ring and I look across the ring on the other corner was my opponent. And I knew when I looked back there was no other options. I'm not gonna go back in out of that ring. I gotta face it. And that's life right there. When you look across and you see your problems, when you see your obstacles, you gotta face them all. Cut all other options. When you know you can't go back, it's amazing what you can do. And each time you face your fear and each time you face that obstacle, you build the muscle that you need. All right, so that's it about courage. Cut all other options. Enjoy your weekend. Be courageous because there's a life to be lived. Peace and love. All right, so welcome back. All right, so those are 3 videos. Check me out online during the week. I got enough energy to last a whole week instead of just 3 videos, trust me. And I want to share that. Visit our website, the Center for Healing and Peak Performance.com, journeypersonalgreatness.com. A lot of stuff coming up. It is hot. I got some hot stuff coming up. There's lots of manifestation happening on my end, and I want to share that. All right, so until next time, be courageous. Tap your greatness. Because I want you to be relentless about your pursuit for what brings you joy, and we call that personal greatness. All right, peace and love.
Today's a new day. Pull your bridges up and tie your shoelace. Don't worry about them haters. Send them bouquets. Get that dough in a few ways. Pack your tears up inside your suitcase.